To another reading. I'm hoping this is working. I'm hoping the sound is working here because I don't know if it is or not actually. But I have a new monitor and it's taken me a while to get the picture working. I think the sound is working. I hope it is. We're going to find out shortly. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to repeat this reading. But anyway, so if you can lip read and there's no sound, then you're in good shape. If you can't, I guess you're not. This one's called The Body Remembers. And the first quote is from Clarissa Pinkola Estes, and she is an American writer and Jungian psychoanalyst. And oh yeah, I remember this. She's the author of Women Who Run with Wolves, which it says here remained on the New York Times bestseller list for 145 weeks. This sold over 2 million copies. I remember that, Women Who Run with Wolves. I'm sure you do as well. Anyway, what does she say? She says the body remembers. The bones remember, the joints remember, even the little finger remembers. Michael, the little finger remembers. Memory is lodged in pictures and feelings in the cells themselves. You gotta be careful when you point a finger, right? So there's no intention there. Memory is lodged in pictures and feelings in the cells themselves. As I said, Clarissa Pinkola Estes. I would agree with that as an emotional freedom technique practitioner. I would agree that the body does store all this stuff, and you'll hear more about this shortly. Ernest Holmes. Out of eternal being comes everlasting becoming. Out of eternal being comes everlasting becoming. In other words, evolution continues on forever, and it comes out of the infinite. That was Anatomy of Healing Prayer, paragraph 14, page 2, Ernest Holmes. And if you don't remember or know who Ernest Holmes is, he was the founder of Science of Mind, religious science, who began this as a philosophy. He never intended it to be a religion. He just wanted to help people be able to improve their lives. So whether you were a Christian, a Muslim, or I'm getting tongue-tied here, a Hindu, you were Jewish, whatever religion you were or none, he just wanted to help you have a better life. He himself was a Christian. But that's another story. And this is from Reverend Kris, who says, I always have looked at this message that the body remembers as a warning. Any unhealed traumas, emotions, feelings, pain, or problems you don't heal become physical illness and disease in the body. You better watch out. And she says, but now I see this as comfort. The body remembers, yes, the pain and the hurts, but also the wonderful moments, the blessings, the best times of my life. As I get older and realize there are many things I don't remember, but I can trust that those memories remain housed in my physical home, if not in my mind. So she's saying, as you heard, the body remembers the good stuff as well as the not so good stuff. And she goes on, not only does my body remember my own life, it further carries with it the memories of my ancestors, those related to me by blood and by history. You know, those amazing queer folks who changed the world by being authentically themselves, like Marsha P. Johnson and Harvey Milk. I didn't look them up, but I'm sure she's talking about the gay community as a whole, LGBTQ community. Their power, authenticity, and bravery is stored in my DNA. Then she goes on to her ancestors. My great, great, great grandparents' love for one another and their children lives on in my bloodstream. The fact that my body is powerful enough, spiritual enough to know the history of humanity without my conscious being aware of it is an incredible miracle, one I can't grasp. What I know is that this means that I can cut my body a little slack because housing all those memories takes a lot of work. So, as far as I know, all this is a theory. There is evidence that your body does actually remember trauma and events. And if it remembers that, I'm sure it remembers good stuff as well. There is a good book actually that you can check out. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. You can find it on Amazon and other places. The Body Keeps the Score. And it's got this same message. And in fact, the way this doctor, he was a Dutch doctor and moved to the States. The way he explains it, that there are different ways he uses to actually release trauma from the body. One way that I use is emotional freedom technique, and then a variant on that, which I've just recently learned, is called identity healing, which is looking at what's been stored in our minds from when we were different ages, but it's still impacting us. So other people dispute this, but he seems pretty convinced, and he's had a lot of good luck in it. And I would say definitely that the body does keep the score. But I like the fact that Reverend Kris puts it two ways. Not only does it keep the score in the terms of trauma and stuff that's gone on, you know, like some people were traumatized by their parents growing up, other people had a wonderful childhood, but it also stores all the good stuff. So I think that this is a really wonderful way of putting it. So that's all I got for today. Reverend Lisa will be on tomorrow morning at 9:15-ish. I'll be back tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock-ish. We have a visitor coming Saturday, so theoretically that shouldn't impact tomorrow. But I do know that 5 o'clock on Saturday often is busy. But I will be back tomorrow at some stage in the proceedings. Let me know what you think about this. I mean, you know, I do these readings and I make my own interpretations, and I don't know what everybody else uses for an interpretation. You know, I just don't. Oh, and by the way, I realize that I am in the kind of bottom half of the picture. There is a way to adjust the height of this monitor, and I'm going to figure it out afterwards, but I wanted to get this reading done. So let me know what you think about these things, because my mouse decided to drop on the floor. Not of its own volition. I had a part in that. So let me know what you think. Here's her affirmation. Within my body, the echoes of history and the whispers of ancestors weave a powerful tapestry of strength and grace. Within my body, the echoes of history and the whispers of ancestors weave a powerful tapestry of strength and grace. How can you use this is more to the point. Well, as I said, one way I use it is with emotional freedom technique, and this is not a plug. You know, I am an advanced practitioner in that, but I'm not plugging that. I'm just saying there are different ways. Another way that you can actually do it is from my leader, Reverend Jesse, my senior minister, who says if you're having an issue, you know, psychological or physical, you know, physical with your body, psychological, imagine that that part of yourself, quote unquote, is sitting in a chair opposite you, and you can actually talk to it and ask it questions, and you actually can communicate with your subconscious mind in this way, and you'll get answers from it. If you want to know more about that, let me know. So, but I really, really like to know what people think about these readings. And also, I don't have to stick to this. I could read from other stuff as well, you know. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna, after we get off here sometime later this evening, I'm gonna see if I can actually manage to lower the monitor so that I will appear more kind of like this. How's that? Okay. See you next time. Namaste.